change your life. Change your life the moment you decide that your thoughts will no longer run wild, because right there, in that quiet decision, a new destiny begins. Every success starts as a clear desire held firmly in the mind, repeated daily until belief replaces doubt and action follows naturally. Don't wait for luck, circumstances, or permission. The mind that knows what it wants finds a way, sooner or later. When fear whispers, keep moving anyway, because persistence turns ordinary effort into extraordinary results. Change your life by changing your thinking today, and tomorrow will meet you with doors you never knew existed. 1. Take responsibility. 2. Embrace the struggle. 3. Serve with purpose. 1. Take responsibility because the moment you stop blaming the world, the clock, your past, your parents, your luck, or your circumstances, that's the exact moment your life starts to shift. And I'm telling you this not from theory but from experience. See, responsibility isn't heavy, excuses are heavy. Responsibility is freeing, because when you accept that where you are right now is the result of choices you made or choices you avoided, you also accept something powerful, that you can choose differently starting today. Too many people wake up angry at life, mad at the system, frustrated with people who moved ahead, and they keep asking, why me? Why not me? Why did this happen to me? But successful people ask a different question. They ask, what can I do next? What lesson is here? How do I grow from this? And that shift right there separates victims from leaders, because when you play the victim, you give away your power. You wait to be saved. You wait for permission. You wait for conditions to be perfect. And let me tell you something. Perfect conditions never come. If you're waiting for the right time, the right mood, the right support, you'll be waiting forever. Responsibility means you show up anyway, tired, scared, uncertain. You show up anyway. You do the work anyway. You take the hit and keep moving, because nobody owes you success, but you owe yourself effort, discipline, and honesty. And honesty starts when you look in the mirror and say, this is honest. Me, my habits, my attitude, my consistency, my discipline, not my talent, not my luck, not my background. Discipline beats talent when talent doesn't show up to work. And responsibility is showing up when nobody's watching. It's waking up early when you don't feel like it. It's saying no to comfort when comfort is costing you your future. It's understanding that motivation comes and goes, but responsibility stays. Because motivation is a feeling and responsibility is a decision, and decisions shape destiny, you see. Life is a test, and every day you're either passing it or retaking the same lesson, and the lesson repeats until you learn it. And the lesson is simple but not easy. Grow up, stand up, and own your life. Own your mistakes without excuses. Own your failures without bitterness. Own your success without arrogance, because when you take responsibility, you stop needing validation, you stop needing applause, you stop needing someone to push you. You become self-driven, and self-driven people are dangerous in the best way. They don't wait for opportunities, they create them. They don't complain about doors being closed, they build new doors. They don't waste energy explaining themselves, they invest energy improving themselves. And listen, responsibility doesn't mean you had control over everything that happened to you. No, life can be unfair, people can hurt you, doors can close, chances can be missed, but responsibility means you control how you respond, how you adapt, how you rise, and that response is where character is built, because character isn't formed in comfort. It's revealed under pressure, and pressure either makes you bitter or better. The choice is yours, always yours, even when it doesn't feel like it, even when it hurts, even when it's lonely, because responsibility is lonely. Excuses have company. Everybody loves to complain together. But winners walk a quieter road. They sacrifice, they struggle, they fall, and they get back up without announcing it. They don't broadcast their plans, they execute, and execution requires Ownership, not entitlement. Nobody is coming to save you, and that's not bad news. That's great news, because it means you don't need saving. You need commitment. Commitment to your growth, commitment to your craft, commitment to doing the right thing even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. Because that's when it counts, that's when it shapes you, and once you take responsibility, your language changes. You stop saying, I can't, and start saying, I will figure it out. You stop saying, it's not my fault, and start saying, what's my next move? You stop saying, someday, and start saying, today. Because today is all you have, and how you use today determines your tomorrow. So don't waste it blaming yesterday. Don't poison it worrying about tomorrow. Own this moment, this breath, this chance, because responsibility is recognizing that every day you wake up, you've been given a gift, another opportunity to do better than yesterday, to think better, act better, live better, and when you live like that, when you carry yourself like that, life starts responding differently. People treat you differently, opportunities find you differently, because responsibility builds trust, first with yourself, then with the world, and once you trust yourself, you become unstoppable, because you know no matter what happens, you'll handle it, you'll learn, you'll grow, and you'll keep moving forward. So take responsibility, not tomorrow, not next year, right now, because the moment you do, you stop surviving and start leading your own life. 2. Embrace the struggle, because if you're breathing, you're going to struggle, and the sooner you stop running from it and start respecting it, the sooner your life starts making sense. See, too many people pray for success but panic when the pressure shows up. They ask for growth but complain when discomfort knocks on the door, not realizing the struggle is the door. It's the price of admission, it's the training ground, it's the fire that forges strength, character, and resilience. Nothing great is built in comfort. Nothing lasting is created without resistance, and I'm telling you, the struggle you're in right now isn't here to break you, it's here to build you, but only if you let it, only if you stop asking why me and start asking what is this teaching me, because pain has a message, and if you listen instead of resisting, you walk away wiser, sharper, and tougher. Life doesn't reward avoidance, it rewards endurance, and the people you admire, the ones you think are lucky, gifted, or chosen, they didn't skip the struggle, they survived it. They learned how to stand in the storm without folding. They learned how to keep showing up when nobody was clapping, when progress was slow, when doubt was loud and fear was whispering quit. And that's where most people stop, right there in the middle, when it gets uncomfortable, when results don't come fast enough, when effort doesn't get noticed. But the middle is where the magic is. The middle is where discipline is born. Where faith is tested, where identity is shaped, because anybody can start, but not everybody can endure, and endurance is what separates dreamers from doers, talkers from builders, wishing from becoming. The struggle teaches you patience, it teaches you humility, it teaches you grit, and grit beats talent every time when talent gets tired. See, talent can open a door, but struggle teaches you how to stay in the room, and the truth is, the struggle is honest. It doesn't lie to you. It shows you your weaknesses so you can strengthen them. It exposes your habits so you can change them. It reveals your excuses so you can drop them. And when you stop seeing struggle as punishment and start seeing it as preparation, everything shifts, your mindset shifts, your energy shifts, your focus sharpens, because now you understand that every late night, every failure, every rejection, every setback is adding layers to you, building depth, building wisdom, building resilience, and resilience is priceless because life will hit you again. Don't get it twisted. Success doesn't mean the struggle ends. It just means you're better equipped to handle it. Stronger shoulders, clearer vision. Tougher skin, and here's the thing nobody tells you, the struggle introduces you to yourself. It shows you how strong you really are, not when things are easy, but when everything is against you, when you're tired, broke, doubted, overlooked, and still moving forward. That's when you meet the real You and that version of you is powerful, dangerous in the best way, because once you've survived your worst days, fear loses its grip. You stop being scared of failure because you've already failed and lived. You stop being scared of rejection because you've been rejected and kept going. You stop being scared of starting over because you've rebuilt yourself before, and that confidence doesn't come from wins. It comes from wounds healed, scars earned, lessons learned. The struggle builds a backbone, it builds perspective, it builds gratitude, because when you've been low, you appreciate the high differently. When you've been hungry, you value the meal. When you've been alone, you cherish real connection, and that depth makes you human, grounded, and real. And listen, embracing the struggle doesn't mean you enjoy pain. It means you don't waste it. It means you don't let it turn you bitter, cold, or small. You let it turn you disciplined, focused, and wise, because bitterness poisons the soul, but growth feeds it. And you always have that choice every day, to complain or to commit, to fold or to fight, to quit or to learn. And growth always demands discomfort, always. There is no shortcut, no hack, no overnight miracle. There is only work, patience, faith, and persistence. And persistence is staying in the game when progress is invisible, when results are quiet, when nobody's cheering, because the loudest applause usually comes after the longest silence. And people who make it are the ones who didn't quit during that silence. They trusted the process, even when it didn't make sense, even when it hurt, because struggle also builds faith. Not faith that things will be easy, but faith that you can handle hard things. And that kind of faith changes how you walk, how you speak, how you carry yourself. You move with confidence, not arrogance. Confidence earned through endurance. And once you've embraced the struggle, you stop asking life to be easier and start asking yourself to be stronger, smarter, better. And that's a powerful shift, because now you're not dependent on conditions, you're grounded in character, and character outlasts circumstances. So don't curse the struggle, don't rush it, don't numb it, don't escape it. Sit with it, learn from it, grow through it. Because one day you'll look back and realize the struggle didn't delay your success, it prepared you for it. It shaped you into someone who could actually handle the blessing, someone who wouldn't fold under pressure, someone who wouldn't forget where they came from. And that's the real gift of the struggle. It doesn't just change your situation, it changes you, and once you're changed, nothing can stop you. 3. Serve with purpose, because the moment you realize your life isn't just about you, everything changes. Your pain gains meaning, your struggle gains direction, and your success gains depth. See, purpose is what wakes you up when motivation disappears. It's what keeps you grounded when applause gets loud, and it's what pulls you forward when life knocks the wind out of you. Too many people chase success like it's the finish line, money, titles, recognition, likes, followers, and then they get there and still feel empty, still feel restless, still feel like something's missing. And what's missing is purpose, because success without service feels hollow. It looks good from the outside, but it doesn't satisfy on the inside. Purpose is knowing that what you do matters beyond your own comfort, beyond your own ego, beyond your own name. It's understanding that your gifts weren't given just to make you rich or famous. They were given to make you useful, to lift someone else, to solve a problem, to bring light where there's darkness, hope where there's doubt, strength where there's weakness. And when you serve with purpose, your work hits different, your effort feels lighter, your sacrifices make sense, because now you're not just grinding for yourself, you're building something bigger, something lasting, something meaningful. And listen, service doesn't always mean a stage, a microphone, or a spotlight. Sometimes it's quiet, sometimes it's unseen, sometimes it's helping when nobody says thank you, sometimes it's showing up when it's inconvenient, sometimes it's being patient, kind, consistent, and reliable in a world that's rushed, selfish, and distracted. Purpose shows up in how you treat people, how you use your time, how you respond when you don't have to. Because true purpose isn't loud, it's steady, and steady wins in the long run. The people who truly change lives aren't always the most famous. They're the most faithful to their calling, faithful to doing the right thing even when it doesn't benefit them immediately, faithful to excellence even when nobody's watching. Because service sharpens character, it humbles you, it reminds you that you're not the center of the universe, and that humility keeps you teachable, grateful, and grounded. And here's the truth: when you serve with purpose, blessings follow, not because you chase them, but because you created value. Life rewards value. Doors open when you make yourself useful. Opportunities find you when you focus on impact instead of image. And fulfillment shows up when you stop asking, "What can I get?" and start asking, "How can I help?" Because purpose-driven people don't burn out easily. They bend but don't break. They get tired but they don't quit. Because their fuel isn't ego, it's meaning, and meaning runs deep. Purpose also protects you. It protects you from arrogance when you win, from bitterness when you lose, from envy when others rise faster. Because you're not running someone else's race, you're walking your own path, aligned with your calling, and alignment brings peace, even when the journey is hard, especially when it's hard. And let me tell you something, serving with purpose doesn't mean you'll always feel appreciated. Sometimes you'll feel overlooked, misunderstood, taken for granted, but purpose teaches you not to quit on people just because they don't clap for you, because you're not serving for applause. You're serving because it's who you are, because it's your assignment, and when you understand that, rejection doesn't derail you, criticism doesn't crush you, and comparison doesn't distract you. You stay focused, locked in, consistent, because you know why you're doing what you're doing, and that clarity is powerful. Purpose also multiplies influence because people can feel when your heart is in the right place. They can sense authenticity, and authenticity builds trust, and trust opens doors that talent alone never could. You can be gifted and still be empty. You can be skilled and still be lost. But when you're purposeful, even your flaws become tools, even your past becomes a platform, even your pain becomes a bridge for someone else, because your story isn't just your story, it's someone else's survival guide, someone else's hope, someone else's proof that it's possible. And when you serve with that mindset, you stop wasting your experiences, you stop hiding your scars, you stop downplaying your journey, because you realize it all has value, it all has meaning, it all can help someone else rise, and that's powerful. Purpose also keeps you accountable, because now your actions affect more than just you. Your discipline matters, your integrity matters, your consistency matters, because someone is watching, someone is learning, someone is being influenced by how you show up, and that responsibility pushes you to be better, not perfect, but better, more intentional, more thoughtful, more present. And here's the beautiful part: when you serve with purpose, joy sneaks up on you, real joy, not temporary excitement, not surface-level happiness, but deep satisfaction, the kind that lets you sleep at night, the kind that stays with you even when things aren't going your way, because you know you're living in alignment, you know your life is contributing, you know you're leaving something behind that matters. And at the end of the day, that's what people remember, not your bank balance, not your titles, not your trophies, but how you made them feel, how you showed up, how you used what you had to make things better, even just a little. So serve with purpose, wherever you are, with whatever you have. Don't wait until you have more money, more time, more confidence. Start now, because purpose grows through action, not intention. And when you commit to serving, life meets you halfway, opportunities expand, influence increases, fulfillment deepens, and you realize success isn't about climbing higher than everyone else. It's about reaching back and pulling someone up with you, because the highest level of living isn't success, it's significance, and significance comes from a life lived on purpose, for a purpose beyond yourself.